Hello, it's Carol Martine, and I am so happy that you are joining me back in my studio today. I decided that I wanted to finish all of the pages, the background of all of the pages in my glue book, so that I could really start to let the creative juices flow as far as what to do to add to them. So I went through the last few pages and I applied my collage pieces, as you can see here. In the beginning of this book, I had collaged, in most cases in the beginning of the book, I had used my gouache tube paints first and then applied the collages, but I changed my method this time, primarily because I had a great urge to sit down and play with cutting out and gluing down paper. So I'm going to go through each of these pages and get some background color down, and then I'm going to go through them and add some stenciling and finally some stamping, which is what I have been doing thus far in order to prepare myself to plunge in and play. Here is an example of what I'm speaking about. I've got my background color with gouache, I've got my collage, my stencils, and stamps. So, here I go. Let's decide what I want to do on this background. I think I'm going to apply a so-called sky. I like to use gouache for this job because it's fast, it's easy, it puts down color, it's easy to mix if I choose to, and it covers a multitude of sins. Gouache, as you know, is just a bit more opaque than watercolor, and certainly not as expensive. I believe I bought this set of tubes for maybe in the family of $10. And I'm getting a lot of enjoyment out of it. I have the tubes left, and they have a lot of paint left in them, so I'll be having a lot of fun with this for quite a while. Let's see if I have an oopsie. No, I don't. It didn't go on the other side. Okay, so I think on this page, I want to put a little bit of the blue up here. Just a hint of it across the top. Righty. And maybe a little pink. Over in this area, to play off the color of the roses. And a bit of green. Alrighty, let's get some of that in here. All right, mission accomplished. So I'll set that one aside. I will turn this one over and go to my next pair. Oh, okay, I'll have to trim that a little bit closer. Get my X-Acto and trim that edge. Now, maybe a little more of that pinkish color up here. A little bit over here. And I think some blue here. Alrighty, that's working. Maybe a little bit of a grayish background, maybe this whole thing. Grayish background with just a touch, because I see the littlest bit of purple in these pebbles. So let's have some gray up here. Whoops. I'll be right back. Well, a husband who wants to go out for lunch could very quickly become my favorite person. So, let me work here now. I'm thinking a little bit of gray with a touch of purple here. Maybe a little bit more of this purplish gray up in here. Yes, that's better. Let's see. Maybe a little more depth to that color at the top. Good. Now let that one dry. Turn this one over. Go to our next one. This doesn't require much, but this certainly requires something. I think I'll have to mix up some green. This needs some yellow. There we go. Clean the yellow out of that paint, put that over here. Let's see what happens. Not too much. I need more pigment. Better. Much better. This certainly didn't require much paint. Dry time. Flip. And here we go. Just a little bit of gray there to seal those edges. Now the gouache will not make any particular difference on the magazine, shiny magazine paper. As you can see, I can just kind of a little more at the bottom. Better yet. And the last page. Nothing. Alrighty, so next round will be stenciling. I'll be back. This bit is so much fun for me. I just love seeing what I can do to bring out the color families and the thoughts of the colors and add them to the various spots. Well, I just don't know. I just enjoy doing it so much. Now let's have a little gray up there, and we can put a fork in this puppy. Just a little bit. Let's see what happens. Oh, yes. Now, let's see if this is going to work. Yes, it is. Okay, so we have that side done. That one. Okay, so far we have this, and this, and this. Now we have this one. I think most of the statement is going to be made with stamping on here, but let me see. Let's go back to some of that green. That will have a little gray added to it because I haven't changed my sponge because I'm too lazy to. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. That's a happy accident. I just got this new Stone Wedge Green Ceramcoat, and I think I'm liking it because it's lightish, but it's not, it doesn't shout too much. Although, when I want to shout, I go into my neons. But this is not a shout situation, so let's see what happens. Yes, yes. There is just the tiniest bit of pink in there that I might want to bring over here. Let's give it a little tiny dab. Since I've learned through the wonderful teachers on YouTube about a porcelain plate, I'm quite tickled by it. I think we'll have some stars. Alrighty. Yes. That will be this and this, and now we turn over to that one and this one. What to do here? Maybe some of that gray. Maybe. That's not going to work. There we go. I have finally, after a few years of working, figured out that you certainly don't need to put out a lot of paint for small areas of stencil. Well, that learning took a while, but better late than never. Let's see what happens now. Ah, yes, okay. Carry it over here a little bit. Just a little bit down here. Now I want to have some of this color and some dark brown. just because that's what's calling me. Now, I don't feel as though I want anything to be too big, and yet maybe. I'm wondering. I'll be back. Very good. And a little bit more. This is Brown Velvet by Ceramcoat. And Empire Gold. That's a new one that I have just added. So this is going to be an experiment. Maybe a little bit too yellow, but we'll see. I need to bring some of that gold over to this side, or at least I think I do. And maybe a little bit of touch of that brown in there too. Why not? Okay. And I think I'm going to do less is more on this one. Yes. And the back. Thinking a little bit of blue. Here, something very small, stars, and that will be it, because I think this is going to need stenciling. maybe a little over here too. The back page. Now we have this. And this. And this. And this. I'm glad I went back there, because that needs a little something something. So when all else fails, I'm going to plunge with something not too big. But here. Good. Good, good. That moved the eye over, didn't it? Now let me get the eye to come back over here. Yes. So I'm going to clean this up a bit and come back, and I'm going to do the last bit with some stamping. My very much loved silicone pot holder with some StazOn olive green cures a multitude of problems. Right? Okay, I'm going to let these two dry. Here. Yes. And one more right there and right there. No green back there. Alrighty, so this will be next up. And I'm thinking some blue to bring out that blue. This is Ultramarine. I'm thinking this my very favorite because of the design. Here, 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 just a little sparkle of color. And that one is here. Righty, now this one is here. And well, not blue, but I took out some Dove Gray and Stone Gray. Now I have squares, so I can't use that. I think last but not least, oh my yes, the shapes are a little wider. And now something just a bit darker. And one more, which I start to overdo here. There. That will take care of that. And last but not least, flowers again. And I'll be right back. And some jet black on this last page. I hope that you have enjoyed watching me do this first and second and maybe third part of the project in my glue book. And I will be returning to see what it is that I can do to get into some trouble on these pages. If you have enjoyed watching this, please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, share with a friend, and I would appreciate it. if you would subscribe to my channel. Alrighty, let's have a look now. I hope that you have been enjoying this as much as I have. Right, now the page before. Which is a page that for some reason, I don't know, it just absolutely tickles me, and I can't wait to play some more on this page. And now this one. Found it. And this one. This one is certainly food for the imagination, isn't it? And this one. And this one. And this pair. Bye for now.